It is 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time on Saturday, the 13th of June, 2009, and it is time for a live Frankiecast, the video blog dedicated to the self-proclaimed coolest cat in the world. You see him on your screen now, Frankie Johnson. And now your host, Isabel McGillicuddy. Filling in tonight for Isabel McGillicuddy, Frankie's dad, Tom. Once again, it has happened. No, Isabel is not here. And I know you're disappointed, and I'm disappointed, and I don't blame you a bit if you just surf away to another website and don't come back. But let me tell you what happened. Miss Isabel McGillicuddy received her new liver, courtesy of a decapitated meat packer in Cheesequake, New Jersey, early on Thursday morning. She was kicked out of the hospital late Friday afternoon. Her insurance would only pay for 36 hours of care following a liver transplant. Miss Isabel McGillicuddy returned to her hometown of downtown St. Louis, Missouri, where she was going to celebrate her new liver with a big, steaming styrofoam cup of $4 cappuccino from Starbucks Coffee House. One of those big cups of whipped milk foam served over a half-inch of some type of nauseating sludge. Over 16,000 stores and going strong, Starbucks. Well, anyway, by all accounts, here's what happened. Isabel McGillicuddy was walking on the sidewalk, approaching the door to the Starbucks there on the riverfront in St. Louis, when a nearby city worker who was mowing the lawn in a park went berserk, and he did drive his riding lawnmower across 4 lanes of traffic, up over the curb and onto the sidewalk and over Isabel's right foot, severing the foot at the ankle and sending it spinning and flying through the air some 40 feet into the swirling waters there of the muddy Mississippi River. Right into a stretch of the river, by the way, which has been known for years to local fishermen as Snapper Alley. Now, luckily for Isabel McGillicuddy, as she was lying there bleeding, a quick-thinking and quick-acting and very brave and resourceful nearby construction worker ran over to the scene and stopped the profuse bleeding by pouring an 80-pound bag of quick concrete mix onto the affected area, effectively stopping the bleeding immediately and saving Isabel McGillicuddy's life. So a special Frankie salute to Jose Luis Perron. Jose Luis Perron, Mr. Perron, is a migrant laborer from Yorba Linda, California, and he saved our host's life. So thank you, Jose. Now, the medical personnel who responded to the scene did have some trouble extricating Isabel from the sidewalk due to Mr. Perron's makeshift concrete compress. But they were able to get her off the sidewalk onto a stretcher and right back to St. Mary's Hospital, where she received her liver transplant. Now, I did speak to Isabel by conference call along with Frankie this evening, and she's in good spirits. She's glad to be back on the mend. She apologizes for not being here this evening, and she wanted me to assure you that she will be here. She will be here for her debut as host of the live Frankiecast this coming Wednesday, the 17th, I believe that will be, the 17th of June at 8:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Isabel McGillicuddy right here, live in the Frankiecast studio, sans 1 foot. Now let's get right to the Frankiecast. Let's talk about things cat-related and Frankie-related. Simon, the one-eyed cat, who has been living in the laundry room, came out today for a full 1 hour, a little over an hour, of roaming about the house. No fights, I'm happy to report. Some growling, some complaints, but no fights or chasing. And I must say, towards the end, Simon was getting quite relaxed. I did brush him on the kitchen counter, removed about a softball-sized ball of fur from him, and he seemed to enjoy that. Frankie has been sleeping most of the day on top of his cat tree here in the downstairs area over my left shoulder here. Now, interestingly enough, we have a new feature tonight. We have an in-the-field reporter, C.J. White. C.J. White has a very interesting report tonight for us about a cat who can apparently teach a dog a thing or two. Is that right, CJ? Tell us all about it.
Thanks, Tom. I'm here at the headquarters of Cordelia T. Cat. Cordy, as she likes to be called, is a 10-month-old Bengal cat. Bengals look like leopards, but they are completely domesticated, so I am not in any danger. Cordy has an unusual profession in that she produces training videos for dogs. Many humans think that dogs are smarter than cats, but Cordy knows this isn't true, and she proves it with her training videos. Today, Cordy is going to demonstrate the fine art of fetching. Let's take a look at that now. It's fine. As it was obvious to see, in more than one respect, Cordy is quite the fetching cat. You can find her training videos wherever pet supplies are sold. I'm CJ White, and this has been a Frankiecast Field Report. And now, Tom, back to you in the studio.
Wow, CJ, that's amazing. That Cordelia could teach my dog Mac a thing or two about fetching. And she is fetching indeed, I must say. Well, I think that wraps it up for this Frankiecast for the 13th of June, 2009. I'd just like to close the show on one little note. If you should be lucky enough to live in a community that has paved bike paths, as I do, if you're riding a bicycle or walking or jogging on that bike path, here's a novel idea. How about staying to the right? Now, there are yellow dashed lines down the center, signs along the path saying stay to the right. Don't pay any attention to those. Those don't apply to you. They don't mean anything. I'm just asking, please stay to the right. So that, if someone else should maybe want to use the bike trail and they're traveling at a different speed as you, compared to you, they may want to get around. That's all I'm saying. Or you may want to get around them, or maybe there may be oncoming traffic coming the other way. And instead of just forming a big knot of human beings blocking the entire bike path, go ahead and kind of ride 2 by 2, side by side, off to the right, where other people can get around. Just a thought. And if someone should come behind you and say on your left, coming around on your left, don't act like you're baffled and you've never seen another human being and you can't believe somebody else will be using the trail and you don't know what to do. Just go ahead and get over to the right. So just a thought. Thank you so much. And we will see you, although you will not see me, this coming Wednesday. That will be June the 17th at 8:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the live Frankiecast with your host, Isabel McGillicuddy. Thanks for watching. Good night.